Welcome back, Commander.
So you're new to Red Alert 2 and you're having trouble when playing against the Yuri faction? Maybe you're not new, but hate to play against Yuri because he seems overpowered? Let me show you one way how to beat a Yuri player. First thing you need to know is that Yuri gets stronger as the game goes along, so the longer you wait, the harder it will be for you. Especially if you're playing without super weapons. One particular area where Yuri struggles in early game is scouting. Yuri players often scout with brutes, usually using only one as they're quite costly or with initiates that are quite easy to deal with early on. Some players don't even bother scouting until they build a war factory and use a Gatling tank. So knowing that, we will attack fast. First let's send our dogs to do the scouting for us. Then train some conscripts, or GIs, and send them across the map. I do this a bit later in the video, but upon review sending them earlier would have saved me a few seconds. We need to scout his base carefully, so we can avoid any Gatling cannons he might have placed down. Once we have placed a war factory, we start producing basic tanks and waypoint them to the edge of his base. We should be just about a minute into the game now. This next step is kind of dependent on your comfort level and the defenses Yuri player has. But in my case I sold my MCV to get some extra cash for tanks. Now that we have collected our forces we attack. Here I attack his tanks first, but we need to deal with either his barracks or power plant as soon as possible, so he doesn't place a second Gatling cannon. Once we destroy those we can focus on the rest of his base. Don't forget to press T every once in a while to bring all your tanks into your attack party. I forgot to do that, and I have 2 to 3 tanks sitting in my base doing nothing. Here we go, he's effectively dead now. Keep in mind that this is just one way to beat Yuri, and it might not work against all players. The best players know what Yuri's weaknesses are and will be prepared for such attacks. But I've used this tactic a few times against decent to good players and it works at least once, as a surprise, as long as you scout and anti-scout properly. For example, in the game we just saw, the other player didn't even scout the map and that was a huge advantage for us. But we wouldn't have known that if we hadn't done our own scouting. To sum up, the keys to victory are speed and scouting. First you should scout and anti-scout. Then quickly build conscripts, or GIs, and tanks. When attacking first destroy his barracks and power plant. Optionally you can sell your MCV for extra funds. Some other small tips. Group tanks and conscripts in different groups, then micromanage them. Approach the base where he lacks defenses and if Yuri has a radar, destroy the power plant first. You don't want to deal with the psychic tower. Did you like this kind of video? Would you like to see more similar videos? Press the thumbs up and comment your suggestions down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more CNC content. Peace through power.
After months of brutal fighting, Allied forces have captured Soviet Premier Romanov and his Kremlin command post late this afternoon in a dizzying show of high technology and good old military discipline. Much of the credit for the amazing success of the Allied campaign goes to a little-known commander from